Welcome to another episode on our channel. In our last episode, I unboxed, even though it wasn't a new figure, it was new to me, so I considered it an unboxing of sorts. I unboxed Newt Scamander, who is portrayed by Eddie Redmayne in Fantastic Beasts, which is apparently a prequel to the Harry Potter series, which I know nothing about either one of those two series, but I did know that the Newt Scamander figure looked kind of cool. And I thought, wow, I wonder who was the antagonist in Fantastic Beasts. And come to find out, it's Gellert Grindelwald, who's played by Johnny Depp. And I found it on eBay for a really good price, and I got it. And so this is another unboxing of sorts, even though this was made in 2018. It's an unboxing for me. I am a little worried about the box in the sense that we've got some dings and creases on the box. You can't see here. But I am hoping it survived, and it's just the outside box that has been damaged, but we'll find out shortly. So I'll pause and grab my X-Acto knife and we'll open up this baby. We are back, and I do have my trusty X-Acto knife. I always like to open it up from the bottom, so we will do it from the bottom. And even though the box is pretty damaged, I will try to be as careful as I can so I don't damage it even more. Okay. All right. So it does have a box in there. That's a good thing. And looks like they put it on and didn't tape it. So we're off to a good roll here. You know, I would probably have, if I was selling something, I would have taped it, but, you know, hey. Let's see. Okay. Okay. It's not really, there's a little kind of mark here. Yeah, you can see it right there. Whoops. I can't follow doing this backwards is not the best way to do it, but yeah, but I don't really see ding-dings, which is kind of nice. I escaped that one. And this is bright blue, like the other one was. This is a nice picture. Yeah, very colorful. So if it's anything like the Newt character, there's no tape, thank God. I hate tape. Closing a box. Okay. So it will probably have, yes, the cast here on the box, which I think is a nice touch. And it's not creased or anything like that, so that is definitely good. Okay. By golly, I think this has never been displayed. And I really hardly, I mean, it was one of those bid on it, and I won the bid. can't remember what I spent for it, but it was, you know, considering how figures can be very pricey these days, this is dirt cheap. All right. So, yeah, it has the instructions here, and it's plastic sack. I don't believe this has ever been displayed. I'm shocked. All right. So, okay, so we have extra wrist joints. But let me take the figure out first. Yeah, this does not look like it's been displayed. The little neck thing that keeps it, the neck and the head in the box, has never been taken off. And he has his feet wrapped, his hands wrapped, and the plastic over his head. Wow. He is looking absolutely sharp. All right. Yeah. Okay, so what else do we have? Okay. We have different hands other than the relaxed hands already on the body. We have a kind of grasping, but not really closing grasp hand. We have, of course, a hand with a wand in it. So you can see that. And it's a wand that's kind of, I don't know, it's like bamboo almost. It's got little bulges, like little twirls in it. It has an extra wand. So here, all right. And then it has two other hands, which I would have expected more hands. So these are grasping hands, you can see, right? So we've got two grasping hands, one hand that's kind of bent a little like this hand here. And then we have the one holding the wand. Like I said, we have the extra wand. And there's a little kind of bone white coloring in the wand. That's cool. Oh, okay. I don't know, other than this is a skull, what this is. Like I said, I never watched the Harry Potter stuff or Fantastic Beasts. I actually never heard about Fantastic Beasts until I saw the Newt character, and I went like, oh, it's a prequel. Oh, that's interesting. So this looks like, I have no idea. I'm thinking maybe you smoked something through it. I'm probably sure that's not what that is, but it's a skull with an attachment. And there is another skull. All right. Oh, and they're different colors. All right, so this one, I don't know, a little opaque in the head, and this one's more bone white in the head. Maybe it's, I have no idea. I was going to say something funny, and I thought, maybe I better not. Anyway, what else? We got the wrists out. Okay, this looks to be a necklace of some form. So it's very silvery. And a lot of his outfit is has silver highlights to it, so it will match very well. And of course he has his stand, which is, I'm thinking, pretty identical to the other stand. It may be a touch darker than the other stand. That was for Newt. Okay, since it's new, it may, or I shouldn't say new, but since it's never been displayed. Oh, it goes in pretty good though. Sometimes I've had a few that really have been hard to put in. This one works out quite well. Very nice. It has his name on the stand, so that's nice. And the only other thing I see is they look to be batteries. And I'm wondering what they go to. I guess I'll figure that out though. Yeah, I don't think they're magnets. I think they're batteries. So anyway, and that looks to be, looking underneath, that looks to be it. So what we'll do is we'll pause, I'll look things over and see if I can figure out how the batteries are used and strike a pose. So we'll pause now. We are back and I've got them together. Let me put his hand down first. So this necklace goes in a little differently than what you would think it would do. It actually, there's a little ring on his vest and you just slip it through the ring. Then you put the necklace on around his neck and you kind of tuck part of the necklace underneath his jacket. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. His outfit is really neat looking, the black and silver. It's gorgeous. And we will turn it around so you can see stuff on the back. He has some things along his vest that are kind of cool to look at too. We'll get some close-ups of that in a bit. But this is the thing that I actually thought at first, the skull with this attachment. I kind of thought, this is a bong. And would they really use a bong? Apparently it's a hookah, which can be a bong. And apparently he can share his visions with other people through the smoke, which I suppose you could do with the bong if you had the right stuff in there. I don't know. Anyway, so I think it's a bong. No, it's really a hookah, which is kind of a bong. So anyway, here's the other skull, and it is, I thought, opaque, but it's kind of translucent because this is where the batteries go. You're going to need a really small Phillips screwdriver. My husband says either a 1 or a 0 in terms of size, but once you do get the batteries in, this will light up. So that's kind of cool. And so he could hold the lighted up skull for whatever reason, or he could hold the bong or hookah, whatever you want to call it, for whatever reason. Here. Anyway, it is definitely something you would smoke through. Anyway, he is cool looking. We'll pause for a second and I will get him on a turn tray and we will kind of do the once around to see what he has on his backside. So here he is with his necklace and that ring around his neck. The black and silver, again, wonderful contrast. The buttons. He's just impeccably dressed. The boots are great. And you can start to see now there are pleats in the back of his jacket. And he's got a couple of silver buttons in the back as well. And now the wand is coming into view. I'll get closer so you can see it a little bit better. There it is. Just very smart looking. All right, so we'll go ahead and get some close-ups here so you can see more details in terms of what he's wearing on the vest. We are back, and you can see his wonderful wand here. You can see the necklace. There is a metal loop that it's just fitting nicely into, and then the necklace goes around his neck and slips underneath his jacket. But you can see there are some charms or trinkets here. Maybe they're used for spells. I have no idea. I've never watched these movies. And I thought it was all silver, but he does have some gold here on both sides. Might be harder to see unless I turn it a little bit. Okay. So, smartly dressed, though. Absolutely smartly dressed. And you can probably see now the skull much more clearly in terms of on and off. There you go. A little light. And off. And then the bong. All right. You can see that hookah thing going on. All right. So we'll pause now and get a really good close-up of his facial features. Here's a wonderful close-up of Grindelwald, Johnny Depp. The facial features are remarkable. The outfit, tremendous. So we'll pause now and put him next to Newt so you can see him side by side. We are back, and unfortunately this is going to be a long send-off, but I needed to explain something from the last episode of Newt here. I did have the 4 nifflers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I had a big niffler, like a mama niffler or a daddy niffler. And when I looked at the Hot Toys version, there didn't seem to be a big niffler. So that was confusing. What I was missing, though, was the bow truckle. And something circular, I didn't know what it was until I saw the pictures on Hot Toys, but according to the packaging, something circular. And it's the thing that holds the bow truckle. Whatever the bow truckle does, he is being held by this little plastic thing with the Hot Toys figure. I knew I was supposed to get a suitcase, which I did. The hand was great. The little wand that I had was crooked. And it says that it's all one piece, but I was able to get the wand out of the hand, and enough hot water later, it was actually straight, but it had shrunk in the process. So I found, it's a place called Toy Anxiety on the internet. Great place. Get lots of stuff from them. Have gotten a lot of stuff from them over the years. And I was able to find the 4 nifflers with the bow truckle and the glass holder, or the plastic glass-looking holder. And so I got them, even though I already had 4 nifflers. I didn't have the bow truckle and the holder. So I got that. I got another hand with a wand that was straight. And I got what I thought was the Hot Toys wand, because the one that I had received from the seller on eBay didn't seem to fit into the packaging. And they were selling Star Ace and Hot Toys ones through Toy Anxiety. So I ordered the Hot Toys one, but they appeared to be the exact same size. So I think they sent me a Star Ace one instead of a Hot Toys one, because both of these are too big for the plastic container that I did receive. So I'm going to have to ask Toy Anxiety to see if they made a mistake. And if the Star Ace one is still available, maybe I can trade this one in for that one. The person on eBay who sold this to me did include the book. That was there. Everything was here except the bow truckle, the plastic holder, what's called the Nicholas Flamel card. No idea what that represents, but that apparently is important. And Toy Anxiety had this for 10 cents, so I got it. And unfortunately, they didn't have stickers. And anytime you looked on eBay, they were selling the suitcase, but of course, they were also selling the stickers with the suitcase, and that was going to cost you $70 minimum. And I was not going to pay $70 for another suitcase just to get stickers in them. So I found a picture enclosed in plastic, and I did a little creative photoshopping on it and was able to get the plastic look away. And then I just shrunk it down to the right size and printed it out, cut them out, and put double-sided tape on them. And now I have my stickers in here. So I'm a happy camper. It's not original stickers, but for me, it's close enough. So I have the book. I have the Flamel card. I have the 4 nifflers, the bow truckle, the plastic thing that holds it. And I actually have 2 wands now, but I think they're Star Ace wands. I think the person who sold me the Newt character must have had 2 figures at one time, the Hot Toys version and the Star Ace version. And whoever packed them put some things into the Hot Toys box that shouldn't have gone in there, like the big niffler, the mama niffler, the mama niffler or the daddy niffler, they put inside that box. And I think they put the Flamel card, Nicholas Flamel card, and the stickers and the bow truckle in the other box. That's my best guess anyway. But regardless, I think I've got everything I need now. The only thing I'm missing is the bird that goes with this guy. So that's my next journey. So here's Newt from the previous episode next to Grindelwald, which we saw in this episode, and they look great together. So I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, have a great day.